Hey, horror fans! Once again, it is me, the Horror Miser Monty G. Continuing on with the 31 Days of Horror, it is time to review the latest found footage computer screen horror film called Deadstream. Ooh. Now, Deadstream is a 2022 Screen Life found footage horror film that was written and directed by Joseph and Vanessa Winter. Now, the film stars Joseph Winter and Madeline Stone. Now, in this film, a disgraced internet personality attempts to win back his followers by live streaming one night in a haunted house. But when he accidentally pisses off a vengeful spirit, his big comeback event becomes a real life fight for his life. Gotta stop messing with evil spirits, guy. It seems we now have another subgenre when it comes to found footage horror film. It's computer screens or screen life. Now, this is where the film occurs directly on the computer screen, where the individual, while wearing a camera on their head, is live streaming the events on social media platforms such as YouTube. Something like what I'm doing right now. Well, other films have done this before. It really didn't become popular until 2014's computer scene horror film Unfriended was released, and we've seen several more horror movies in this subgenre. From 2018 Searching, 2018's Unfriended, The Dark Web, that's the sequel to Unfriended, the very popular 2020 film Host, then it looks like 2022's Dash Cam. This subgenre has been growing popular in horror films. So, when writer-director Joseph and Vanessa Winter brings us their entry into the subgenre called Deadstream. Now, meet YouTube personality Sean Ruddy. He is known for making videos where he performs stunts to overcome his fears. Now, when the film opens up, we get to see some of the crazy-ass video this guy makes, whether it's pretending to be smuggling, smuggling across the border. I think he also films himself falling above a waterfall, some real crazy stunts. We find out one such video cost him his sponsors and many of his subscribers, so in a desperate attempt to regain them, he plans to spend a night at a haunted house where many people have died. Oh boy, here we go. Now, of course, he plans to live stream the event on his channel, and as part of the deal with the sponsor, he can't leave the house until morning or he'll forfeit everything. Oh, poor Sean. Also, I like the setup where he does everything to prevent him from leaving. He takes the spark plugs out of his car. He makes sure that he can't get away because he's trying to do everything to prevent himself from leaving. He also takes the key that he can get out of that and puts it underneath the floorboards. I think there's some type of a crawl space in the house that he's staying at too. So this guy is really trying his best to prevent himself from leaving. Now, after giving the audience the history of the house called Death Manor due to the history of the people dying in it, he prepares himself for what will eventually turn into a nightmare where he has to fight for his life. Poor Sean. Now, you really have to get credit for the husband and wife team of Joseph and Vanessa Winter as they turn a typical setting that we've seen into a horror movie into a pretty decent found footage horror film. I really did enjoy watching this one. And I have to once again thank Jen and Kristen from Jen's Reviews from Gray because they eventually saw this first. They said it was pretty good. So I decided to watch it. And I said, you know what? I really did enjoy watching this film. Now, we know that some influencers will do practically anything for views. Logan Paul comes to mind, so it's not unreasonable to see this character try to do something like this to regain his followers and his sponsors. Sometimes, and not just with YouTubers, but any influencers, sometimes you have to draw a line about what you can and cannot do. And you have to think about others when you're doing videos like this. But some influencers, they just will do anything just because they get paid for it. They get their sponsorship and they don't want to lose anything. And unfortunately, you go above the line in some of the stunts they do just for views. I mean, I simply love Joseph Winter, he actually plays Sean in this movie. A man who believed that what he was doing didn't harm any or offended anyone. However, once he tells us what he did that caused his downfall, you can see that he really didn't. Because it's just like anybody else, influencers, sometimes when they do some of this stuff, they don't realize that they're offending people and some of the stuff that they're doing. And obviously, when we learn, I think sometime during the middle of between the second and the third act, when he tells us what he did, it's obviously that he did not care or did not know what he was doing was wrong. And now when his life is on the line, he realizes the error of his ways and he starts apologizing. I mean, he does make Sean such a great character, and at first you don't feel sorry for him, but obviously when the film continues, you start to pull for him because he makes Sean react to what anyone would when confronted with the events that take place in the house. Some of the stuff he goes through, I was just cracking up laughing because anyone that tries something like this and knowing that you're seeing stuff that you really would scare the shit out of you, you would react the same way Sean does. So you really got to give Joseph credit. He did a pretty good job and how Sean reacts to some of the stuff that he sees in the house. Now, both he and his wife Vanessa do an excellent job of making the film scary enough despite the limited budget. But I'm sure you'll get evil vibes from watching this film, because I got some evil vibes watching this film as well. Now, as with all found footage computer screen films, there will be moments of shaky cam due to Sean running for his life or falling down the stairs, but it only happens a few times. Most of the stuff that happens on the film appears on the computer screen. It's how he sets up everything else. So you only get a few moments of shaky cam, unlike some of the other found footage films. Overall, this is a decent found footage computer screen film that has a decent character, unlike Dash Cam, because nobody liked that character in Dash Cam. You have a nice story and a nice setting, and some real nice practical effects that I believe most horror fans sure enjoy. So it's playing on Shudder right now, so if you haven't seen it, go watch Deadstream. So I'm going to give Deadstream 3 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. Yes, 3 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. Yeah, I really did enjoy this film. So once again, Jen and Christian, I want to thank you for recommending this film. So like I said, it's playing on Shutter right now. So if you haven't seen it, go watch Deadstream. So there you have it. That is my video and review for the day. Hope you guys did enjoy it. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up, like, and share, because you know how much it helps with that YouTube algorithm. And again, have you seen Deadstream? Leave your comments in the comment section. Tell me what you thought about the film. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscriber button, ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put a new video such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G, and always remember that horror rules. And I say my next video, I'm out.